Deep Japan. Today I'm here at Azuchi Castle. Let's go and see. Cut! Before I show you Azuchi Castle, I will talk a little about the history of this castle. Basically, Japanese castles were built for wars. If you watch the episode of Himeji Castle, you will understand what I mean. But this Azuchi Castle seems to have been designed for a different purpose. One more thing, this castle had existed for just 3 years. It is just like the Titanic. That is why, even today, this castle attracts many tourists to its ruin. Oda Nobunaga made this castle in 1576, and it is located in Omihachiman city, Shiga prefecture. I talked about Oda Nobunaga in the episode of Gifu Castle. Please check it if you are interested. This castle was built on the top of the mountain, and this mountain was like a peninsula of the Lake Biwa in those days. Nowadays, the land around the mountain is reclaimed, and the paddy fields are surrounding the mountain, but it used to be the peninsula. So, the view from the castle tower must have been stunning. It may have been like a 5-star resort hotel. Please look at this. The road to the castle is straight and wide. This was really unusual because normally, the roads to the castle were winding and narrow, and sometimes they set many traps along the way. And secondly, there were many beautiful residences along the main street. In other words, the defense capacity is too low. It was a feudal era. The emperor was in the higher position than all the feudal lords and samurais. So, Oda Nobunaga may have built this castle to invite the emperor in order to show his power. Oda Nobunaga was killed by Akechi Mitsuhide, who was a vassal of him. So, he couldn't invite the emperor to this castle, but Oda Nobunaga invited Luis Flois, who was a Catholic priest from Portugal, to his castle. And this priest wrote about the castle in his diary in detail. The diary goes like this. There is a tower which they call Tenshu. It is much more elegant and magnificent than any European architect. It is 7-storied building, and both inside and outside are built by amazing technology. 4 walls are gold, and they are filled with beautiful pictures. The outside of each floor is painted differently. Black lacquered, red lacquered, white wall, and the top floor is all gold. After Oda Nobunaga was killed by Akechi Mitsuhide, somebody set fire on this amazing castle. And nobody knows why Akechi Mitsuhide killed him. And nobody knows why this castle had to be burnt down. All I can say is, both of them were the great loss to the world. Peace. Oda Nobunaga loved something new. I'm sure he loves this robot lawn mower. This is a straight and wide main street to the castle. This large space along the main street is said to be the residence of Toyotomi Hideyoshi, but there is no evidence to prove it. The upper space is also included to this large residence. You can see many foundation stones of the residence. It must have been a large residence. Back to the main street. There's a temple bell along the main street. I tolled the bell for the soul of Oda Nobunaga. This is a word Nobunaga loved, Tenka Fubu. It means unify the country by Bushido. Building castle needed a lot of stones. Sometimes they used Buddha stones for the castles. June is the season of hydrangea. There was a sideway. It was a cemetery. This space was the residence of Mori Ranmaru, a famous handsome page of Oda Nobunaga. This kind of space is called Masugata Koguchi. The invaders were attacked from all directions at this point. There was another sideway. It was a family cemetery of Oda Nobunaga. This is also Buddhist stone used for building the castle. It is called Bussokuseki, Buddha's feet. This is the tomb of Oda Nobunaga. In this large space near the top of the mountain, you can see many foundation stones. This is the top of the mountain. This is the basement floor of the castle tower. The foundation stones are large. They must have used huge posts. You can see the tomb of Oda Nobunaga from here. The Lake Biwa. When I went down, I took a different route. There was a three-storied pagoda built in 1575. This is the temple gate. There are guardians of the temple called Kongo Rikishizo, made in 1467. This route is also a beautiful hiking path. This museum is called Nobunaga no Yakata. You can see the replica of the full-scale 6th floor and 7th floor of the castle tower. It is so beautiful, but they don't allow us to show it on the internet. This is a portrait of Oda Nobunaga drawn by a Catholic priest. This is how they moved huge stones. I visited another museum called Azuchi Castle Archaeological Museum. This is a model of the residence by the main street of the castle I showed you. The mountain used to be a peninsula like this. This is the gate of the castle. This is a model of the main street. This is a real letter written by Oda Nobunaga. How did you like Azuchi Castle? I hope you like it. See you soon. Bye. Cut!